is going on? Robots with Coffee, Paul here, and I have some books that I bought, so I'll just talk about them real quick. These are, for the most part, comics that I pre-ordered that I finally picked up recently, which is good because I'm not reading these until I finish them. And the first one is Blackwood, which is number 4 to a second series by Evan Dorkin. I just finished, and now it's the 4th issue, so I can read it. Livio Rimondilli's Killock, which, issue 6, so finally. Same thing with this one. This is Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses 42. And I'm happy to finally have the last issue. I haven't picked up my comics in a while. And then I started a new series here called Ink Blot. I got issues 1 and 2. Bill and Ted Are Doomed, which is a mini-series by Evan Dorkin. Again, he comes back. He did the stuff from the 90s after the second movie came out. So with this new movie, they got him to come back and do a 4-issue mini. He's writing. This is Grumble, which is just part of the series. I think it ends at issue 5. Kind of a mini-series that Mike Norton does. And then I picked up, I just wanted to see where this was going, Transformers Galaxies. I don't know if I'm going to stick around after this. I'm not reading the main story. I haven't really been into it. I also got my free comic book day books. That, there wasn't really a free comic book day, so but I was allowed to pre-order some, and the ones I'm checking in on are this Jack Kirby sampler by Tom Scioli. This looks to be by Jeffrey Brown, Only Matter of Space Time. Is it by Jeffrey Brown? Yes. Susagi Yojimbo, free comic book day sampler. And then this one here with stories by Lucy Kinsley, so that'll be worth checking out. And then some other books I got, some larger books I got include The Mueller Report by Shannon Wheeler. I've got this book called Hedra, which is huge. It's a big oversized comic from Image. And then this one oversized book, Ghost Rider, from Fantagraphics Books. I'll tell you what I'm really excited about. I got some books from some people I know. And this one here is called Self and Punishment by Brian Walsby and by Pelicanesis Books. Brian did these books called Man-Child. He interviewed people in this one, some rock and rollers, some fellow artists, some really cool stuff that goes on in there. And it's worth checking out. Another one here is called Come Home Indio. This is by my pal Jim Terry. This is autobiography about growing up under kind of some different circumstances, and also facing alcoholism. And it's pretty dark, and it's interesting to read, and it's really great. He really put himself out there. I don't know if you know Ryan Dunleavy, but he did this thing where he said, hey, pay for shipping and I'll send you some books. So I got the second set of comic book history by himself and Fred Van Lente. And he just sent it, he just covered the shipping. I went into a used bookstore, and this was in there. It's the best of the Spider-Man comic strips. And really, I just think they just kind of grabbed some stuff and published it. And the art is by John Romita. I believe Romita Sr. I don't know if this is Junior, but it looks like Senior, and it looks like just stuff he was doing in the 70s. And then one of the other artists is Larry Lieber, which is Stan's brother. And then the color strips, the Sunday strips that they included here are by Floro Derry. And if you know that name, he did some books for... he didn't do some books. He designed a lot of the Transformers for the cartoons in the 80s. So that was really cool. And then I had picked these up a little while ago. This is from the Oatmeal. Just kind of a goofy humor book. still to get around to reading this one, Logic Comics. And then finally, this was at the used bookstore, and I had to pick it up. The Will Eisner Comics and Sequential Art. And that is my book haul. So there you go. I really wanted to come on here and do some more stuff, and maybe I will, but I'm doing it slightly different. We'll talk soon.